Hi guys, welcome back to Knife Mania. So, I told you I want to start taking my channel. I want to take my channel and start turning it, obviously still knives, you know, always. And doing something more like being prepared or camping or, you know, just doing more outdoorsy stuff like that. But the title of this video is going to be something about Texas. Texas got hit by a horrible ice storm. And let's face it, they were so not prepared for it. Which, why should they be? They never get hit by this kind of deal. So I'm just going to talk to you guys. So if you don't like talking videos, go ahead and turn it off right now. Just turn it. Just turn it off. And yeah, this is more or less an insight for people from Texas, for Texas. Oop. Now, as far as what I'm going to talk about is dealing with the... No, leave Daddy's knife alone. It's talking about the cold and how you could actually do better, be more prepared. A couple little things you could have, keep them stored, and it'll make your life a lot easier. First of all, your infrastructure is not made for this kind of weather. I live here in Michigan where we could get temperatures as low as negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit during the night and wake up and there'd be 3 feet of snow on the ground. Has happened. In fact, we just recently went through a pretty good snowstorm ourselves, but it was no big deal. Not for us, anyway. We're used to it. Our structures are made for it. Our power lines are made for it. Our water lines are insulated from it. The whole 9 yards. Yes, boogers. So you guys were not ready for it. So first and foremost, one suggestion I can make, and it's not a super expensive one. It's like $100, $150, $200 depending on which variant you get. Sorry, we got Joe on it in the background. Is a buddy heater. Now you can get a single burner, you can get a dual burner. They're ceramic. Hook up to little propane tanks. Actually, here's a great example. Even further north, here in Michigan, where my property and cabin is, I heat my entire cabin with a single burner and a secondary dual burner buddy heater system. I mount one on the wall, I got one on the floor, the dual is on the floor, and even when it's, you guys are shaking the hell out of the camera. And even with the super cold temperatures we get up there, it'll warm the cabin up. Secondly, when something like this hits, you guys can, the best thing in the world for you guys to do as a family is stay in one room. Close off the bedrooms, close off your storage rooms, close off your closets, put blankets along the door lines. If your hallway's open, hang a sheet across your hallway.
Or a blanket.
Or a blanket. And stay in one room. I understand you guys got kitchens, stuff like that. You gotta get in there. Alright. But the more isolated you are to one room, the easier it is for that room to not only heat up, but stay heated. So keep your kids from opening and closing doors, opening and closing cabinets. Bathroom, well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I get it. But, so there's suggestion number 2. Try to isolate yourself to one room in the house. If you got gas ovens or stoves, a lot of people are going to shake their heads, but you can use your stove or your oven to actually help heat the house. Your gas doesn't freeze. So, yeah, a gas oven, a gas stove, you can use that for heat. And I'm talking in extreme situations like the people in Texas are in. I know it's past and everything else, but maybe someone in the future will see this. They're from Texas. They'll hear this. They'll see this. And their family will be better prepared. Keeping baby girl occupied while I'm doing this. Another thing is keep extra blankets, pillows, stuff like that. Just keep them in the closet in a nice storage area, a little tote, whatever, in case this happens again. I will strongly suggest wool blankets. They're great at keeping you warm. They wick the water away from you, and even if they get soaking wet, they still stay warm. So keep a couple wool blankets, a couple extra pillows, keep them dry, keep them out of the way, keep them stored. That'll work great. Another idea, oil lamps. Baby girl's getting into all kinds of stuff up here. Oil lamps. Oil lamps throw off heat. It's another thing I use in my cabin up north. They won't be super warm, like they won't heat up a whole room like quick or nothing like that. But if your hands are cold, you can go up without touching the glass, obviously, and just warm your hands at least, okay? There's been scientific studies to where your hands, your feet, stuff like that, if they get cold, you warm them up. It actually keeps the chill out of your body because your body doesn't have to work so hard to get warm blood out to your extremities. That's science for you. That's not me talking from survival or nothing like that. That is science. It's something that those of us who grew up without the internet being in the cold had to learn.
We even have the oil lamp here.
Yeah, we even have oil lamps here at home. Alright, say all else fails, you got your buddy heaters, but you don't want to stock up on propane bottles. One thing that I used to do as a kid, well, my family did, kerosene heaters. They're big, they're bulky, they take up a lot of space. Throw it in the corner of your garage, your shed, your basement. Keep a couple gallons of kerosene. The kerosene, I would only store it for a year or two. Cycle it out. Do something with it. Get rid of it. Get new stuff every time. Kerosene heaters work great on top of it. They get hot enough on top if you get the right one, or if you modify it, you can actually take that grating off the top.
And cook
You can actually cook on top of kerosene heaters. They're a little more expensive than a buddy heater. You gotta replace the wicks. They're more maintenance, but they work a hell of a lot better. Word of advice though, you got animals, you got toddlers, keep them away from it. You're going to have to make sure you keep a real close eye on them because dogs' tails, cats' tails can light on fire from brushing against them. They are a little bit of a fire hazard, so stop. So there's some small suggestions. The idea of, well, the power's out, the refrigerator ain't working. If it's that cold, throw your food outside. Throw it in a cooler, put a little snow, a little bit of ice in there, fill it up with your food, cover it with snow, cover it with ice. This is what I do up north.
Do what you can to not open the refrigerator.
Yeah, you don't want to open your refrigerator or anything because anything that you got stuck in there is going to be in there. You don't like when your power goes out. You don't want to open and close the refrigerator all the time. So for your sodas, for your beer, for your meats, stuff like that, especially if it's only going to be a couple days, throw it outside in the snow. It's not going to hurt it. So again, my heart really goes out for you guys in Texas who are suffering and going through this. It's not your fault. Your infrastructure is not made for this kind of weather. Ours is. So if you guys see this, please keep those ideas in mind. You can spend anywhere from a couple $100 getting situated to where you could be a lot more comfortable to spending upwards of a couple grand with my suggestions. every little bit helps. A shout out to you guys. I've seen it on YouTube and TikTok who are using tea lights or candles. They actually melt down the ice, boil water, the whole 9 yards. Shout out to you guys. That is actually a bushcraft / survival trick. So kudos to you guys. I think you guys basically got it under control by this point. Some ideas for your cars. You guys are not used to driving on this stuff. Go super slow. I'm talking slower than turtle slow. Keep some kitty litter in your truck or your car or whatever you're driving, your vehicle. Kitty litter works great for getting you out of tight spots. You can look that up on YouTube. Those of us here in the north in Michigan, across this plain area here, we all know the tricks. We all drive through it every year. We're prepared for it. You're not. Hand warmers, the little packet air heated, air activated hand warmers. Keep those in your vehicles during the winter. And only use this stuff in case of emergency. If you don't have to use it all the time, don't. Well, hopefully this helps someone out. It helps some of you guys out. Hopefully you guys see it. I'm a very small, minute form of YouTube. I don't even have 100 subscribers yet. So, if you could hit subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway. Oh, that's another thing. Pick up a good pair of gloves. Now these, we got a Cabela's right here in Monroe. Well, actually Dundee. It's 20 minutes away. Yeah, it's in Monroe County. These are deerskin. These are Gore-Tex lined. The whole 9 yards. $50. You guys down there are suffering right now. I can only imagine what you wouldn't give for a good pair of gloves right now. And she's beating me in the face with my new toothbrushes. Easy killer. You got the pack. How'd she open the package?
I think it was already open.
But anyway, so there's a lot of different little tricks and trades that you can do to stay warm. Those of you with gas stoves and ovens like that, you got a little bit of a headset. Those of you with fireplaces. I grew up with a fireplace here in Michigan. And I don't know how many cold winter nights we spent huddled together under blankets in the living room in front of the fireplace because we were out of power. Pipes freezing, the whole night. Everything you guys are going through. Fireplaces, beautiful. Warm. You can cook. It makes a good social gathering point for the family. The whole 9 yards.
No.
Use it to your advantage. So, alright guys, hopefully I helped someone out, or at least gave someone some ideas for the future, at least what we do here in Michigan. Again, we're built for this, we're used to it, our infrastructures are used to it, our road commissions are halfway used to it. Yeah, it's tough going sometimes. But so, and those of you in Texas who think your 4x4s are the world's biggest, baddest things in the world, they're great until you hit ice, and then you got nothing. So, and that's coming from a guy who has a big truck that's 4-wheel drive, the whole 9 yards. So, you know, I'm not criticizing you about your truck, believe me. I am criticizing you about the way you guys think you can drive your trucks, especially in snow and ice. At least down there. So, yeah, guys, until next time, heads up, keep an eye out, look on your neighbors, even here in Michigan or wherever it's cold, keep an eye on people. I actually had to help bail out my neighbors when this last snowstorm hit. So, be there for one another, keep your knife sharp, keep your fingers out of the way, and as always, be safe. Later, guys.